Hey guys, this is how it all started. A customer chatted me up telling me that she needed a car. So I discussed to ask if she needed a new one or a used one and the year model she wanted. I gave her my deal and she accepted. So I went to my office immediately, picked up my car inspection checklist because I couldn't trust my memory alone to knowing everything that I needed to check on every car. So I was lucky to have a car on ground, so I just went on the field straight up to go start checking the cars from here to there. Because I need traffic. You just have to be serious. So I checked a whole lot of car. Then I ended up choosing this one here. This Camry here is what I ended up checking almost all the whole Lagos. But this one was the one that was worth my client's money. So I brought up the checklist again and started checking for everything. After confirming a few things from questioning the dealer, I looked at the dashboard with the car started. There was no check light, nothing on the dashboard. I plugged my scanner to see if there was hidden code, and there was no code found on the ECU. I screenshotted to prove to my client that there was no code. I went through my checklist again to check. I checked the VIN, confirmed that the year model of the car was styling with the VIN and the document that was actually pronounced to me. I checked the engine, it wasn't washed, there was no oil leakage, the coolant was still original, the engine and all were still original. This was a very, very good car. Even as it's dirty, it showed no sign of being tampered. I checked the gasket that they have not opened it before. Yeah, the headlamp were faded, but it's a sign of the age. This is a 2006 car. I checked around for glass if there was any crack. Checked the backlight if there was any break or crack on it so that I could complain and use that as an advantage to beat down price. So I also went straight on that to check if it was rusty, and it was fairly not too rusty. I also tried to observe the catalyst over there to see if the catalyst was taken and it was okay. I opened my fuel tank and my trunk to see that all those cords were working because sometimes they get stuck and it's not cheap to fix. Check the key to see if it's original. Unfortunately, the keys were not the original keys, but they explained to me that they lost the key and they did another one. Well, I checked for the jack, there was no jack. Check for wheel there was no wheel I demanded for it. Check the spare tire were good, but they were just less. So I demanded for my jack. If they weren't giving me, I'll be cutting down price on the car. So they gave me jack. That was my battery hanger. So they gave me jack, and I went inside also, check the mileage, check if the check engine light was working. Yes, it was working. Started the car immediately to see if the check engine light would go away. It went away straight up. So everything is working fine. So I decided to test if the speaker were working as well. So I was looking for the radio to see what I would do with the radio, check if the speaker were working, and was looking for it. Yeah, so I found it, and I'm playing, and the speaker sounds awesome. Sounds great, not like the previous cars that I checked. That the speaker were terrible. Speaker sounds great. AC is working. I put it on low setting, and I should be feeling the chill. So I'm about to go check the lights, but first of all I'm checking the winding glass to see if everything is working properly. All the buttons, they are working properly. I've even initially checked the interior lights already. I've also checked the charging ports, they were all working. The car still smells foreign, still smells like outside. So you can see the reflection on that car over there in front, that all the lights are working properly and they are still the original lights that came with the car. Everything looking good. This car is worthy of a buy. It's a car that won't stress my client. I checked the body round, although they had flashed the front bumper and a bit of the back bumper, but it's nothing to worry about because I already checked in front and saw that the car was accidented. All the lights were working. So I'm back inside now again, checking to see if the documents were complete. I also sent this car information to a friend that I had in the custom, giving him the tip to confirm if the VIN were tallying, and he also said yes, that it was tallying. So I wanted to confirm the VIN, also if the VIN on the car was the same as on the document, and it was. So I'm checking to see if I would have any lights on again, and still there's no light, everything's working properly. Now going for my 15 minutes test drive now on this car, because before I make any payment I usually like to go for at least a 15 minutes test drive to check if the gear moves properly. At least I'll still drive the car up to 100. If I cannot get up to 100, I do not have confidence to pay for any car, because these dealers are very funny. So I'm going for a test drive, also using the opportunity to listen to the suspension, if the suspensions are okay. Turn on my AC, and the suspension sounds good. The steering is quite free, the car is not noisy, it feels cozy. I've already driven over 10 minutes now already, and I've driven 0 to at least 80, and I'm still testing. I've driven again, I'm trying to cut the video short. I've driven again for another about 10 minutes again, and I've hit the 100 on it, and this car seems very fine, very fine. So I think this car is a worthy buy for my client. So I'm going to tell him what's left of the checks and checks. While I was test driving, I noticed that my horn was not working, and that's a minor. Congratulations to my client, we already also registered the car. Thanks.